All right, everybody, this is HD.
And this is Paying User.
And this is take 2 of game number 5 between IdrA and Squirtle. We actually started the game casting and we were like, oh crap, we're not recording. So about 30 seconds in, we're like, we gotta rewind this and double take and do it again. So thankfully, I have somebody here watching me and noticing that I am recording. Let me tell you guys, I've had times before where I've casted a game for like an hour straight. And I wasn't recording, so I'll check my folder and it's like not recording, and that's like the worst feeling ever.
I've definitely done that too. I was trying to record myself laddering the other day. So I was like trying to play super well and not make any mistakes and all this stuff, which I should be doing anyway.
Yeah.
But I realized after a few ladder games that I wasn't recording, and I had a really good game. I was super impressed with myself, and I was like, oh, I didn't record any of it.
It's one of the worst gut-wrenching feelings in the world. I mean, I honestly hate the feeling when you realize you put all that work in and it wasn't recording a single second of it. But anyways, it is time for Game 5, Squirtle versus IdrA. And
it looks like Squirtle's really going to luck out here. Scouting IdrA first.
Yeah.
Immediately, IdrA was trying to go for the hatch first. There's no way he's going to get the hatchery up now with the probe already in his base. It'll just get pylon blocked, so he's going to have to switch it up.
He's going to have to go for a straight-up pool. I think he's going to go 15 pool here. He's built a 15th drone, and I think what he's going to do is build a spawning pool on 200. No, he's going to continue saving up. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
So it's about 50 minerals late, which, hey, every little bit counts. At this very, very high level. Paynuser, you were telling me about some really cool tactics and tricks that people do at the super high level, like zapping like a probe, taking minerals out of one of these stacks and preventing drones from mining, and then canceling the mining, and then all this
continuously cancel the mining and force them to only have 8 mineral slots instead of 9, or depending on the map, however many mineral patches there are.
Yeah, there's a lot of dirty strategies and plays that players can employ, especially at the high level. We do have a forge coming up here, and wow, Squirtle's gonna throw up an early Nexus, so he's gone for forge into Nexus. Very economical opening, and IdrA already right off the bat behind in economy. So I really think IdrA, we're gonna see some kind of aggressive opening for the first time today, because if he tries to go for a hatchery now, he's just gonna be behind in general. And I know IdrA doesn't like to start games from behind. I know that he's gonna try to even this up. I really think that as soon as he sees this, he sees the forge, he sees the Nexus, now the thing is on IdrA. What's he gonna do? Is he gonna go for the hatchery? Wow, it looks like he is.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, to try and break that wall that he has going up, it's such an endeavor. It's a huge investment, and he would need to get a very early Roach Warren. But what a lot of Koreans have been doing lately is, well, Korean Zergs, they'll drop the natural expansion, they'll let the probe scout the natural expansion, and then they'll immediately cancel the hatchery,
really
drop
smart.
a Roach Warren, and build like 9 roaches and just go all in on the natural.
Yeah, I've actually done that a few times. It's a little sneaky.
It'll work.
Yeah, you could. Basically, that's all mind games. Like playing against your opponent's mindset. You make him think, hey, I'm going for an expansion. Then you just cancel it and you just go all in. I mean, that's a standard strategy that a lot of players can employ. So yeah, IdrA is gonna go for the natural here, and he's gonna play a little bit of catch up, but he has thrown down a Roach Warren. Now, maybe he's gonna go all in with roaches because you know, he doesn't have to pump drones. He can actually just use the second hatchery to make a ton of roaches off of one base. And he might be tricking Squirtle into thinking that this is going to be there for economy, when in fact it's going to be for roaches, and we have 3 roaches already on the way. So I really think IdrA is going to put on some pain here in the early parts of this game.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think he's going to go all in and try and break the natural, but he's definitely going to apply some pressure.
The probe is not going to see the roaches. It just barely went behind the mineral line as 5 roaches were popping out here and a bunch of Zerglings. IdrA right now only bringing 1 roach to deal with the probe. Very, very smart. So he only revealed 1 roach, which is super standard. Squirtle has no idea that there's actually a lot of roaches coming. I don't know, Paynuser. I think IdrA may actually be going for pretty aggressive opening here. I think he's going to try to do some kind of damage at this front door.
I mean, he might try and do some damage, but I really don't see him accomplishing anything, because that Stargate's going to get up, and he's going to get out a Void Ray before anything can be broken down, I feel like, because that second cannon is also coming into the picture, so he's going to need a lot more.
Unless he can kill off this pylon here. This pylon's seriously powering the whole thing. This is AT&T powering this whole grid right here. And if IdrA can kill it, then IdrA might have a chance, but he's not in range, and the force field there, even blocking the roaches, pushing them a little bit further away. Is IdrA gonna be able to get anything here. The roaches are actually out of range of the cannons, and they may actually be able to kill off some of these buildings. But like you said, we have a chrono boosted Void Ray coming out, and as soon as that Void Ray pops out, what is IdrA gonna do? How's he gonna hit the air?
He's not going to be able to do anything. He's going to have to turn tail and run home. Unless he wants to stay and try and get that cybernetics core. I guess that... did he have Warp Gate tech finished? Or was that on the way?
That's a negatory. He did not get Warp Gate finished.
So he denies Warp Gate tech. This is good for IdrA. What I would love to see IdrA do right here is he knows the only kind of pressure that's going to be coming is going to be Void Rays. So he just needs to make a few extra queens, keep his queens together, but he could definitely take a really early third here and just power up, because he's going to be safe for quite a bit of time. It's going to be days before Warp Gate tech finishes.
Yeah, new cybernetics core now starting up again, and Squirtle is going to be pretty hard pressed to get that Warp Gate technology fully up and functional. Is he gonna... He's got a ton of energy saved up on this Nexus. My god, he's been saving it up to re-chrono boost the Warp Gate out. And so there comes the Warp Gate, and now Squirtle is gonna see what he can do with this lone Void Ray.
Yeah, I mean, he's really just poking around with this one Void Ray, seeing if he can get IdrA to commit to anything, but... Looks like IdrA's keeping his cool, playing it safe. He's got a few extra queens now. He's not, however, taking a quick third, and I don't know if I agree with this. I feel like he's staying on 2 base for way too long. He's making way too many roaches. What's he going to do with all these roaches right now, and what's he worried about? I feel like these roaches are just going to be sitting around for quite a while. They're not going to be engaging anything. There's not going to be any kind of like Warp Gate unit push like the previous games. And it's almost like IdrA's preparing for that 2 Void Ray Warp Gate push that was coming in the previous games, but Warp Gate tech is about halfway done at this point. He has nothing to worry about. He's also adding a Hydra Den at this point. I feel like he could have easily gone for a quick third here.
Well, the only thing is taking a third is it would be very vulnerable to the Void Ray that's kind of roaming around the map, and he would actually have to commit a couple queens out there off the creep to deal with that. Looks like this Void Ray fully charged here. Wow, picks off an Overlord. Could have picked off the queen, maybe, as that queen was by himself. Yeah, I think so.
He might have been anticipating another queen coming up from the natural or something.
Yeah, he might have thought, hey, there might be another queen coming up. But right now, honestly, IdrA, I don't know. Like I said, he's a little behind, I think, with all these roaches. Pumping this many roaches out, they're sitting here, they're chilling. They're kind of like the National Guard, but there's really no security issues back at home. And Squirtle's gonna be just chilling right now. He's building up a very massive economy, and 2-base Protoss versus 2-base Zerg, it's not a good day. And here comes that third you were talking about. Oh, but the Void Ray is gonna take that out pretty easily.
Hopefully he can get these queens down from the natural, but the Void Ray is charged up now, so he's definitely gonna be able to deny this third.
Boom.
IdrA forced to cancel it, also loses the drone. I feel like he should have sent those queens a little bit earlier. I mean, he knew that the Void Ray was out on the map. He could have preemptively sent those queens down to the third and taken the third safely. But now he's going to have to wait for Hydras. They're just about to pop out.
7 Hydras, yeah.
Really, the thing that IdrA doesn't... Like, the thing that's going to kill him here, his Achilles heel in this game, is that IdrA's been anticipating some sort of aggression. He's been wow, and it looks like Squirtle's going to deny that third again.
It's going to be close. 4 Hydras coming up. The hatchery's at 900 health, and he is going to be able to pick off this Void Ray, or at least ward it off, and the hatchery will just barely survive.
So anyway, as I was saying before, the slow Hydras attempted to kill the Void Ray, Squirtle's sitting back. He's teched straight to Colossus. He's getting Colossus range. He really made no units to speak of. He's just been hanging out with 4 cannons.
Oh, wow.
He's slowly built up this gateway army.
And he might be coming through the back door here.
He might be. I think he's going to try and expand through the back. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He's going to try and expand and push through the back door, which makes it A, an extremely safe expansion for him, and B, he's going to be bringing the pain straight to IdrA's main through the back, and he's also going to have that choke through the back. So really, this is going to be such a stressful, difficult situation for IdrA to hold this off and to come back. I mean, I really feel like he's way behind right now, and for him to hold this and come out ahead, I just don't see it happening.
All right, well, IdrA realizes that now he has to take out his own backdoor rocks, and he has to pick off this expansion, but that's a very large Protoss army. Both these players, oh man, this is going to be really bad, I think, for IdrA. He doesn't really have as much of an army. His Spire hasn't even come out yet, so he doesn't have any units. I like this. He's bringing in Overlords, maybe to distract the Stalkers and the Sentries, but is it gonna be enough? IdrA flooding in a ton more roaches, but these force fields are just laying the smacketh down on IdrA, and IdrA is just, oh wow. The Force was just cutting this army in half. It's spelling doom.
Hey, you want to attack my third man? Derp, derp, invisible wall. Your units can't attack, they can't move. And it was totally on IdrA. Yeah, IdrA had to try and make something happen there. They were taking their thirds at roughly the same time. IdrA didn't have his thirds saturated. And this goes back to what I was saying way earlier on in the game. I would have loved to have seen IdrA just take a really aggressive third and send those queens out there. He could have even stayed on hatchery tech for a while. Made multiple queens, had 2 queens at his main, 2 queens at his third, taken the third, powered up on drones. Then he could have started teching, and he would have been in such a better position to actually deal with a ball like this. I mean,
yeah.
To be fair, though, it was really well played by Squirtle. I like the backdoor expansion. It was pretty sneaky, and he was pushing and expanding at the same time, so It's like your expansion's safe. And then also at his front door, I mean, try and bust that. Like, that's a pretty rough attack avenue right there.
Yeah, not 4 cannons saying, hell no, you're not coming in through my front door.
So good base setup, good positioning, good game.
Good game indeed. So Squirtle is going to win this IEM series. And to all you guys out there watching this video, please check out stratbunker.com and check out youtube.com/stratbunker. A group of very, very good gamers, including Pain User and soon to be hopefully myself. Giving out lessons out there for all you guys who may want some one-on-one lessons or coaching services for Starcraft 2. And I just want to say, if you guys enjoyed this broadcast, post down below. Let us know what you guys think. Pain User, my neighbor, will always be around. And if you guys like what you guys see and what you guys hear, then we'll have more co-casts coming out in the very near future.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, HD. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I hope you guys like the duo, and Pain User signing out.